Well, hello friends, gang. Welcome to Saged Muse. This is Sagittarius. So you could just feel drawn to the reading, or you could have Sagittarius. Why did I say Gemini? Oh my gosh. I think it's because a lot of there's things moving into Gemini, right? Venus and Jupiter and um, I was just talking to a follower about their Gemini placement. So, yeah, and FYI, not for nothing, and I saw this a long time ago from a reader who is also an astrologer, and how June is a good month for Sagittarius to connect with partnership and love. Like, it's a good month for Sagittarius to find love, start a relationship, even business partnerships. It has something to do with Gemini in our seventh house. Like I always say, I'm not an astrologer. I just have an unhealthy obsession. That's it. So wherever you find Gemini in your chart, and if you have Jupiter in Gemini, like, you're about to get lit. That's real. It'll be really good for wherever you have Gemini placements, to be honest. And for those of you who don't have planets in Gemini, I don't have planets in Gemini, but we all have all 12 signs. So you can look to the house cusps, like, you will have it in a house. So I have it in the third house, which is what Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So I guess I'm going to be talking a lot. I guess that's what that's going to do. So let's get into it. This is your spirit guides reading. And thanks so much for all the support, you guys. It means so much to me. And I was able to get, I'm going to call it that you guys helped me manifest a deck that I have been wanting forever. But we did recently get a new Oracle deck because I love the custom decks. But that's not the deck. I'm supposed to get the other one tomorrow. But anyways, that being said, thank you, all of you, for however you support the channel. It means a lot to me. So, and y'all mean a lot to me too, because I'm a Sagittarius sun and moon. I'm invested. And we are a community. We talked a lot about that in the live. We're a community. It doesn't matter how big or small we are. So let's get into it, because of course I called on ancestors and spirit guides. And I want to share a funny story. Okay. I don't know if you'll find it funny, but I have a setup here that you really don't see in the videos, but I'm going to show it to you. So I have a black mirror, which is for scrying, right? It looks a little dusty. I'm not going to show it to you. But in front of it, I have Archangel Michael and rose quartz, right? And so every day I will put Michael facing the cards, right? Or facing me. And I don't know how it happens. It could be from me sitting down and getting up. And we know that rose quartz represents love and the feminine and Venus. But literally ends up like this every day. Every single day. Look, I'm coughing now. Like, maybe they didn't want me to tell you. Isn't that funny? So if you feel so inclined, you could share some weird things that happened to you in the comments, so we can have, something to kibitz about. So let's get into it. I know you're here for the messages. So it's very amazing because I'm seeing so much in regards to new things. Now, that is not to say that you are not healing things. Okay, I want to make that really clear because I think there can be some confusion sometimes when people look at the readings and it says a lot about moving forward. And, moving forward is for you. It doesn't mean that you forget about something. It's really about you and your life, right? It doesn't mean that you won't be healing things with people. You still can do that, but this is really about self-care. And there's as far as what your spirit guides want you to know, like, I will be honest, Sagittarius is a masculine sign. We move off of passion and movement, right? So it's not that we don't have feelings or that we aren't in tune with our feelings, but we're not really hard on our sleeve type people. We don't dwell on emotions. And I always feel that when there is a lot of energy that is focusing on divine feminine energy, and we definitely as Sagittarians have done a lot of work in that department, in sitting in our divine feminine energy, meaning things kind of like weren't about movement as much as healing, as being able to sit in our feelings and in the, even in, I don't want to call it stagnation, but we have been in the last few years really been doing that work, honestly, and it's beautiful. And so they really want you to follow your heart. Okay, and really tune in more to your heart in terms of things you're going to create going forward. Honest echoes. Listen to the whispers of your heart, for you know the whole truth. And this is really about figuring out some things you want to do. Particularly, it can be like new things you want to do, right? I can't even pick up this card, y'all. It says, stand firm in your beliefs. Give me a minute, because I don't want to ruin the cards. Okay. Stand firm in your beliefs. Your steadfast spirit guides you through uncertainty. So this may really be a time of uncertainty, but and we love that. Are you kidding? Truly, Sagittarius rules uncertainty. There's a lot going on in the world that is really confusing. We have a lot going on around us with people acting very confusing and I don't want to say negative, but it's a chaotic time. And so there can be within you too, you want to create new things. You don't know what those things are, right? And so you're really being called to sit, in your heart space in terms of saying to yourself, what does my heart want? Right? This is about following your heart. And, dream weaver, dreaming and imagining, bringing your powerful vision into reality. Stay open-minded and receptive to the magic unfolding in your life. So I feel like it's trying to be shown to you. And it's very intuitive, because intuition lives in the heart space. It's heart directed. It's, and so there are going to be things unfolding for you, new things for you to go to, that you're going to find that your heart resonates with. And sometimes when that happens, we can be like, oh, well, that doesn't make sense. That's not logical, so on and so forth. And it can be really painful sometimes too, to open our heart, because at the same time, opening our heart means we have to feel the things we might not want to. It's a double-edged sword, and I feel like the struggle for you, Sagittarius, might be, things being hard. Sometimes when things are hard, we get in this mode of thinking They're always going to be hard. I don't want to feel this. I'm just going to keep busy, right? That is very much a Sagittarius thing. So you may be still closing up painful cycles, right? Because hurtful events, as you endure this period, learn not to dwell on the past so it won't anchor you down. In heartache, there's growth. Sorrow heals. In heartache's shadow, growth awaits. Let pain refine, not define you, as brighter days are promised. So the truth is that there are some really good things waiting to unfold for you, and it may be hard for you to see that. It might be. It might be because it's going to require something of you, as it always does, right? Flame of courage. Ignite the flame of courage, lighting the path of bravery amidst shadows of fear. Confront challenges with courage, for they are the stepping stones to growth and wisdom. Because to be honest, we learn the most through pain. People don't want to hear that, but most of our growth happens through pain. It doesn't really, it turns to joy for sure because we don't stay there. But most of our lessons we learn through pain. But I feel like too, that's really not what you're being called to do. You're being called to let the painful things and let the problems and, flow more in what you want to do now. What do I want to do now? And it might require some courage because it could fail if there is anything that I don't believe in failure, okay? I believe everything's a lesson or it's good. I don't believe that you ever fail. And so, and that's where fear can come in. When we remember all too well the things that didn't work out, it makes us fearful about taking chances. And so you're being said to no, take a chance. What are those things that you've always wanted to do? What is it that your heart wants, Sagittarius? It's time to tap into the dreams and the belief that you can have them, that you can have your dream life and just not even focus anymore on things that didn't work out because they taught you something that maybe they just taught you what not to do, right? And, there is something here about being afraid to try certain new things or things your heart may be connected to because of history, because of things that didn't work out, or the fear that things won't work out and it'll put you in a worse position than you were. Stop it. Stop it, because now's the time. Now is the time. Y'all are, that Sagittarius full moon should have really lit a fire under you, to be honest. And I think it is, but I think that we got caught in between the space of closing things out and opening things up, right? And that's a weird space. It's a weird space, but, just saying. You might be dreaming a lot about water, okay? And, because in the dream space, whale of a time, your charge is to enlarge, and you're in great company, pull back to propel forward, which is exactly what Sagittarius, that's the arrow, that's the centaur, that's what we do. And that's the space that we're into right now. It's not that something major is happening, but it's getting ready to. And you get to decide what that thing is. So this is the time to really think about what it is your heart really desires. What is your dream life? Start seeing your dream life, and do it from a heart space. So plant seeds of intention. So you're going to have to, you may dream of seeds with that, but you're going to have to actually start doing a little something because that is intention. It's not enough to say it. You have to do it. And I always feel with intention And seeds are small, Sagittarius. They're small. They can be little things. And I have been talking about this for a while. You don't have to do big things. That's why I've been talking about the new things that I've been doing, because they're little things. They're little things. And this is going to be, you're going to really see this for me. So I always use this one deck for ancestor messages. I don't use any other deck for ancestor messages, right? So the 8 of Wands is here, the 5 of Wands, and the 10 of Swords. I feel like something that you might be dealing with eternally is that you are propelling forward. You know that change is coming, right? You know that change is coming, and you're closing out painful cycles, definitely. But with the 5 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, I saw it yesterday too. It's like you're moving towards things maybe even past, and you're not taking people with you. Like, that doesn't mean alone, but it just kind of feels like people just don't, like they're not seeing you. They don't see what you're doing. They don't agree with it. They might even try to hold you back. And you're starting to realize who that is. Who's holding you back, Sagittarius? And I feel like it's painful. Because I feel like you wanted to take certain people with you and you can't. But you also can't let that stop you. You know, that is Sagittarius's freaking, that is like our journey, like, and I find that very similar across the board. Even I talk to a lot of Sagittarius people, and this is something that we deal with on a continual basis, you know, and, you know, what can you really do? So I asked who is giving you this message, and Sagittarius, like, for real, dudes and dudettes, the Page of Wands. Do you know who the Page of Wands is, Sag? That's you. That's your inner child. It's your inner child calling for you to listen. I hope I don't sound angry. I just get passionate. And I was thinking about this yesterday, you know, and I thought about even saying it. You know, to think about things, it could be things when you were younger. It could be something from last month that you gave up. You know, but I feel like you're supposed to think of things that you used to do that brought you joy. Something that connects with your inner child. So it should be fun. It should be adventurous. It should be something, you know, a time when you jumped into things with kind of like a youthful energy. You know, for me, that was reading. This sounds really bizarre, but I used to read like a crazy person. And just recently, I started reading again, and I was like, oh my God, I love it so much. I'd forgotten, and I forgot because of the freaking internet. That is why. Okay. So what is the message? Look, the message feels like let it burn, Sag. Let it burn. There's a tower, okay? And there's a tower that may be exposing some of your feelings, right? The Queen of Cups, you're going to be okay. And I feel like they're telling you that they're kind of cracking open your heart chakra. It may be making you feel things. And this could be an unexpected change that is really for your best and highest good. It's for your self-care. But I don't know anyone, and it doesn't mean your heart chakra is closed, but this is opening your heart in some way that feels very emotional. Your guides, the universe, are connecting you with your heart, which is connecting you with desire, connecting you with manifestation, it is so big, and this is for you, right? But sometimes, I don't know if anyone has ever felt their heart chakra open. It is intense. And it doesn't mean that it's completely closed and that's why that happens. It's so weird, but it feels like a bursting. So when this change happens, it might make you feel a little overwhelmed. Though the Queen of Cups, you know, she masters her emotions just like the King of Cups does. But the truth is you have seen this coming. Like, the Queen of Cups knows, like, she prepares herself, you know? And maybe but that's what they're telling you, to prepare yourself, Sag. There's a big change coming. And it's for you, because the Queen of Cups is about self-care. It's about you, right? But it just feels like, there's a lot in regards to the heart space and opening the heart. I don't know, it can feel like really sitting in it. Really sitting in it. And, oh my God, I feel like heat under my skin. I get the weirdest reactions. Because I'm clairsentient, dominant. So I like feel things like crazy. So the Empress is here, the Page of Pentacles is here, and the King of Pentacles. And if you watch the new love reading, there is a King of Pentacles coming in for somebody. This is why this is important. Because you are about, and this is where your life is forcing you. You are creating new things, Sagittarius. You're the Empress. The Empress is fertile. The Empress creates new things, plants new seeds. And with the Page of Pentacles, which is very much learning and communicating. And I don't know if you're becoming the healer. But, you know, with the King of Pentacles here, I don't know. It just kind of feels like whatever this is something you learn about. This has been a long time in coming. King of Pentacles. It could be that they're sending someone to help you start to build something. You know? Look at this. The Knight of Wands is on the bottom with the King of Cups. Interesting. And the Two of Cups. You should really watch today's reading, because it just feels like someone's going to be offering you love. Okay, so let's take a look at this Empress energy. The Empress feels like someone's offering you an opportunity here. But even more than that, this is why the message is important. Like, I feel like the universe is preparing you for something. It's something your heart really wants, and it's big, because it puts you in Empress mode. Tell me about the Empress. Five of Cups. Tell me about the Empress. Page of Cups. And the Six. Sagittarius. You know, I don't really know how to say this to you, Sag. If you felt like you were in a season of losing and having to let things go, or things not working out, this actually feels to me like you're getting a message that ends your season of losing. Oh my gosh. Nine of Wands. Eight of Swords. No more survival, Sagittarius. And you've been in this mode for a while. Protecting your energy. Trying to remove end blockages and you know, maybe even taking on more than you honestly can, just to get past a time period. Oh my gosh, Sagittarius. So we're going to look at this King of Pentacles too. So this dog really does believe the world revolves around her. And it does. So, you know, and that can feel a little overwhelming and unbelievable, you know, because the Hierophant is here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I think on some level you're not believing it. But let's look at the King of Pentacles. Maybe that's why they're sending you the messages here. King of Pentacles. So the intentions that you set, the place in which you're focused is going to be really important. Seven of Wands and the Nine of Swords. Yes. It's like they're making you an offer, or there's an opportunity of some kind, and it's just hard for you to believe or trust. But you should, Sag. Look at this. The Knight of Wands, the King of Cups, the Two of Cups again. Somebody's got love coming in big. It keeps showing up. Oh my goodness. You know, so the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Magician. This is really too about figuring out what makes you happy. You know, and that might be hard, like, and that might be what's really hard about this opportunity, which we have seen before. Because you might, there's kind of like a trade-off, like you might have to leave one thing behind that you're not, not really excited about. Let me see what the Eight of Cups is all about. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. But it's also be like, careful what you wish for. Be sure about what it is you want before you ask for it. Justice. Okay. What is the Eight of Cups? Chariot. Yeah, think long and hard too about what you might think you're moving away from. For some people, if you're ending something, like, especially when it comes to contracts, be very careful about that. If you're walking away from something, particularly because that can talk about a marriage, or, you know, it can talk about divorce, be very sure. Whatever it is, you know, you might think that, be very sure about it. And this is specifically speaking about decisions that you make towards what you want. You know, so wow, that's a lot, isn't it, Sag? The Sun is here with the Strength card and the Three of Wands. Because in the future, Sagittarius, things are going to be easier, but you have to, like, believe in that ease, right? I wish you could see my face. I looked so passionate. Anyway, the Sun card, the Strength card, the Three of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. You know, like, you can't be in Two of Pentacles energy, right? Because when we go after dreams, we have to know, right? So the Sun is, of course, that's about illumination, right? Gosh, more Leo energy. For the love of God, we have Leo in every single reading. And I know that's tied into it being an 8-year. But honestly, I really feel like this is about, you have to let go of the thought process that life is hard. Life is not hard. You have to really, that your dreams are possible, right? That might be actually causing the delay in terms of things you go after. You have to get into that mindset of ease. Things come easily to you. You know, and I know that's a really hard flow, but goodness, it is really going to help you, you know, in the future. Because think about the challenges that you've had. Nothing was insurmountable, you know. Yeah. Wow, Sagittarius. So we're going to get you a takeaway message here. Tie all this up. I know, a lot of words, right? So what's the takeaway for Sag? What is the takeaway for Sagittarius? The takeaway for Sag. Oh, there's the Page of Wands again. Ten of Swords. Accept that the hard times are over, Sag. You're ending a cycle here. Page of Wands. Two of Swords. You're ending a cycle, and, you know, you may be of two minds of doing new things, but you need to stop it and just do it, right? The Two of Swords is inner conflict. I don't know if I can do this. It's also being at a crossroads. And so I do see that there is a lot of uncertainty about what's next. So in the meantime, try having fun. Try, you know, connecting with your inner child, doing things you used to do that brought you joy. Tap into your inner adventure, which Sagittarius always has. And don't, you're so much, you don't even see it, but you're moving out of Five of Pentacles energy. Wow. I really think that it's Sagittarius' season for winning. I'm going to title it Your Winning Season. So, you know, pay attention, Sag. Pay attention and really spend some time getting into your heart. And really thinking, maybe even writing about, you know, what are the dreams of your heart, Sag? So that's what I have for you. Happy Spiritual Saturday. Toodles.